Well, hello everybody. And in this video, we're going to look at some wacko Olmec art. And when I say wacko, I mean really strange. And before I get into that, I have to explain stuff that the archaeologists are not explaining, and I think this might be relevant to explaining what we see when we look at the Olmec art. Now, look at this. This is a dog. This is man's best friend. He's so friendly. He's so nice. And look at this one. He's so beautiful, yeah. Oh, what's that? Well, it's a cat. But what are cats really? Cats are amazing animals. I think cats are absolutely incredible. But there's something so reptilian about them. Whereas the dog is man's best friend and is very friendly, amiable, a pack animal, cats are sort of loners, almost reptilian. And is it any wonder then? I mean, there's a sort of look at the dynamic going on between the snake and this cat. Apparently cats, they're hypnotizing each other, and they're actually so similar. Cats are really similar to snakes. So you look at this snake, and if I bring up the picture of the cat, we can see that the cat is, well, the eyes are the same, the mouth is so similar. The nose is a little bit different, but there are similarities. They both hiss. They both pounce. And the reason I mention all this is because the Olmecs, they seem to worship both the cat and the snake. And now we have to talk about diffusion, because the archaeologists don't believe, they're still not getting that people just love to travel. And this is a concept that has eluded them for a long time. So if we look at the Gulf of Mexico, this is where the Olmecs settled, and there is a huge Chinese component in their culture. So they might be half Chinese, half something else, half Native American. And these numbers, the Mayan numbers actually came from the Olmecs before that, and I think the Chavins, who were more Chinese, who might have settled in Peru, they had these as well, and you can see it on the I Ching and on the Korean flag. And then you look at this. This is called the Jaguar twins. And the reason I mention the cat, the snake, is links to Egypt, but also links to the type of art the Olmecs made. So they made this type of art. So this is so similar to what they did in Egypt. So you have the headdress, and you have this, the uraeus. This would have been a snake here. So it's so Egyptian. And these would have even been pillars. Look at this. This would have been for holding up some structure. And these guys are holding it up. And in the old world, these are called Atlantidas, or pillars. And there's something so, it's even the same material. There's something so Egyptian about this. So the link between Egypt and the Americas might be through the Chinese. And of course, the Egyptians worship the cat, and we know they worship the snake. And of course, Chinese, Khufu is a pure Chinese name. The Germanic links are a bit less certain. Gotha, Gita is a female. Gotha could be I'm not sure about that one. But since it ends in U, that's like a Germanic Latin type of thing, so it could be Gufus or something like that. And of course, the Chinese built pyramids so similar to the layout of the Egyptians. I think they're the most similar to the Egyptian pyramids that you'll see around the world. The ones in America, they're a bit more like platforms. And now that we've established all that, we can start to explain what's going on. So, like, what is going on? This is some kind of bear or something, and there's a man inside. So it's like, I guess, reincarnation from Asia. That idea carrying through. What is going on here? This guy, oh my god. Oh. And we're getting into the Jade. This is amazing. Is this an angel with wings or something? And this is almost like an axe head on his head. It's like this, you see what this is? That's an elongated skull. And the other thing about the early American stuff, it's so technical looking and intricate and amazing. This is described as an axe head, and these things are actually called baby were-jaguars. The term were-jaguar seems to have evolved in the 19th century or the early 20th century, and they have snake-like or cat-like mouths. So it's the snake cult, and the cat cult, and the resurrection cult. So it's just weird. And that's not a Chinese mask, that's an Olmec mask made of jade. Of course, the Chinese had jade as well. There would have been some bit of travelling backwards and forwards until both civilizations forgot about each other because of that huge Pacific Ocean. Again, the archaeologists call these jaguars, were-jaguars. And isn't that such a beautiful, pretty face? A face only a mother could love. Is that a snake up there like the Egyptians wear? That's Olmec. And this is an Olmec man, or someone, and he's actually holding one of those axe head-like implements that I showed you. He's actually holding one of these. So what the hell is going on? What the heck is going on? That is weird. Again, the Egyptian link. And I wonder, this is on its hands and knees. It's almost crawling like a baby. This might have been a snake here, this thing on the chest. Well, the snake was definitely there, but I think that was stitched on later on. Was it something like this? This is just weird. We can't be sure if this is genuine or not. I think it is probably genuine, and this was taken off and then replaced by archaeologists. It was glued back on. It looks like it fits. But the thing is, this is all upright, perfectly like a godhead face, a mature face, on a baby. So this is like some kind of resurrection thing. And I have to say, it really reminds me of these, because these guys, the long ears, they do have long ears. These guys who built these came from Peru. They were Peruvian royalty, and they settled in Easter Island, so they were in that part of the world. And now we're getting really weird. I mean, what's going on? What is this? It's a fetus. It's the effigy, an Olmec effigy of a fetus. Another one. It's almost like a reptile face. They were obsessed with weird. Like, really obsessed with weird. But of course, a lot of this stuff was in ancient China as well. But it's a lot weirder in the Americas. And of course, we're going back all the way to the first dynasty China. If we're talking about the Chinese who migrated over, it was like 1500 BC or so. Again, weird stuff. Really super weird. Super weird. Why are they... Is this a resurrection cult? Why are they worshipping fetuses? And this is strange. Zachariah Sitchin says this is a miner or something emerging from the mine with the gold, but he's holding another one of these. It's just a man, and he's holding another one of these were-jaguars. I mean, what the hell is going on? And even his headdress here, that's actually a Phrygian cap from Turkey. That's quite interesting. And there's another face with the were-jaguar snarly sort of snake thing happening. And of course the Olmec heads are rather different. That seems to be a different part of the Olmec culture, and they're in the jungle as well. And you know what? The fact that they were found in the jungle, I would say that means these are pre-end of Ice Age, because those were not jungles at the time, because the climate was different, and it just turned into jungle when the temperatures increased. So these might actually be pre-Olmec. I mean, why not? These are very different to what you find the rest of the Olmec stuff. I have to say they're really different. That's not a jaguar face. This is a different religion. It's a different cult. And this is Olmec stuff. Almost, you could say it's an ancient astronaut. He's riding on a dragon. And of course, the Chinese dragons do not have wings. But they fly through the air anyway. But they don't need wings, the Chinese ones. And that's an Olmec thing as well. He's wearing a sort of snake mask, and he's oh, look at that! There we go. He's carrying that thing that the Babylonian gods carry. That's rather interesting. Also, is this a rattlesnake? Look at its tail. So did these? I don't know if rattlesnakes were in South America or not. This is rather interesting. Above here, can't really make out what this is, but it looks rather technical, rather interesting. And don't know what that thing is. That's a bit strange, a bit weird. Again, there's a human there emerging from some kind of overlay, some kind of... Again, they call this a were-jaguar. I don't know if it's a cat or a snake, because they share DNA. And damn, this thing here is weird. And I don't want to know what's going on in this one, to be honest. And there we go, those ones. And look, this is a mask. I don't know if it's Jade or not. It does look a bit wacko to me. Is that writing? Could be Olmec writing, not sure. I don't think we've deciphered the Olmec writing yet. And again, the mouth is anthropomorphized. It's some animal. It's an animal face mixed with a human face. That's really weird, isn't it? Is that a moustache? And I don't know. That's bizarre. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sub, thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next video.